Another month passed and their relationship didn't. He was so depressed. He was to see her crying for Junghang. He wanted her to worry about him, but she always talked about Junghang, which hurt him so much. He didn't tell her how much he loved her. He wanted to live with her. He never shouted at her or hurt her. He always tried to give her happiness, but she always talked about it. Now they were sitting with his friends. His eyes were sleepy and he tired. He was tired because of stress. He was stuck here. He pressed him to leave Vine, but he didn't want to leave her. He stopped talking with everyone. He just listened to Vine. They were in imagination, but suddenly Junghang came. Junghang walked towards Vine to hug her, but Jungkook came in front of him. And he stopped. He looked at his friends and then to Jungkook. Vine was looking at him, but he realized something went wrong. He looked at his email. What happened? Why are you looking not happy after seeing me? What do you accept from us? Because of you, we were about to humiliate in front of Roman people. But Jungkook saved our reputation. That I didn't run. A girl named Tizzy kidnapped me. She's crazy. I ran away from there. His parents were shocked to hear that. She tested that. Why would I run away from my own wedding? Why did you think that? She's still behind me. I don't know why she sees in me and fall in love with me. Believe me, Mrs. Choi walked towards me and he hugged her. Jungkook and Man were standing there silently. She looked at Jungkook and he didn't leave her spot from where she was standing and waited for him to say something. But he just stood there waiting and she went to her room. She came into her room and so much stressed she didn't know what to do. Junghang came back and he did a run. That means she never wanted to run away, but she couldn't change everything now. Jungkook and his parents were talking to Junghang and one came out of there. She understood everything. She sat down while holding his hand. She understood everything. She got up and he looked at her. Where are you going? She stopped and looked at him. Come and sleep. She nodded and walked towards and laid beside him. Jungkook emptied his dad. Dizzy again. No, Dad wanted time to get mad, so she loved him so much. But why she's not a good girl? She for months. But what's wrong with you? Why are you so curious? She didn't even harm him. I was just asking, does he agree to marry her? No, because he has to. But he has to marry her. She nodded and he looked at her. He leaned towards her. His hand towards her face and touched her face. She felt something for the first time. Your skin is so soft. She was just staring at him. He leaned towards her and eyes were on him. Yumya gave her heart was beating so fast. The next one, Jungkook and Jungkook were sitting together and Jungkook was looking at them. He didn't like to see her with Jungkook. He wanted to be with her. He wanted him to divorce her, but so Jungkook and Man won't get divorced. And Jungkook, I will talk with that girl. I don't want to be with her. She's crazy. What's wrong with talking to me? Why are you forcing him to marry her? Because I know what she wants. So it's better for him to get married. Jungkook and Man were looking at them and realized his father was trying to say his brother wanted Man back. Jungkook entered Riri's house and she smiled. I know that he will come back. I came here to tell you that I can't leave her and she's my wife. Her expression just, what do you mean by she can't leave her? You were forcing to marry her. Mama, what happened? Do you fall in love with her? Do you always keep on your brother's friends? You always wanted her. He looked at her. Shut up. I'm saying the truth. That's why you are getting mad. Why don't you accept it? You are always wanted your brother. Young, you are playing innocent. I know you are very happy because your dream is fulfilled. How shameless you are. I will tell everyone your brother. And you always wanted this. I will tell everyone. Then go and tell I'm not afraid. You are saying like you are not. At least I'm not shameless like you. Go to hell. I'm tired of everyone. He walked over slamming the door. She believes he never liked her before. He never talked like this before marrying her. Then he changed after marrying her. He changed. Mom was going towards her room, but nobody didn't mention he. She was walking by suddenly Junghang came and stood in front of her. She stopped and heartbeat. Man, I want to talk to you. Do you really want to be with him? Tell me. She didn't know what to say. She was just staring at him. No, you don't want to be. Live with me. I have a plan. Let's stand. She couldn't believe what he was saying. He walked towards her and said, I know you don't like to see him. Tell me no. I know everything changed. They didn't know someone was listening to them. Why are you saying this? I know you are afraid of him. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. Just don't want to do what you are saying. I want to accept this. How can you live without the man you don't love? Why are you wasting your time? Nothing. We were just talking. He walked towards him and put his hand around his shoulder. Let's go. She nodded and they both walked towards the door while Junghang was standing there. In the room, he came and lay down on the bed. You know what? Who is suffering the most? Who? Of course, I am. I know you lied, but you were talking about me. To Junghang, I heard you in conversation. Why don't you like me? He got him and walked towards it and stood in front. She looked at him. Why don't you want to live with him? They were so clever. Someone knocked on the door. He looked at it. Someone came to meet you. Her name is Siri. His face when he walked up and walked forward. He came out with the hearing and was sitting in front of his chair and was telling him everything. He was stuck in between them. He walked towards them and his father stared at him. Angry, his brother was sitting beside him. Ma looked at him. Dad, believe me before the message. You don't even care about Bayan or Junghang. She's just accusing me. I was giving him an order, but I know my son. He was happy for his brothers, but he can't do that. What you are trying to tell? You can go now. She looked at Jungkook and she just wanted to just sit down. She got up and she stayed. They entered the room and he lay down while jumping on the bed. She also lay down on the bed while her back was facing Jungkook. He jumped. Do you really want it? Was Edie saying the truth? She got silent. But why are you asking? I mean, do you always want to make me know I will, but I will not leave. Stop dreaming, Mary. I know, but I'm also not leaving. The next morning, when I opened her eyes and he was in front of her, she blinked. What are you doing? He started laughing. I'm going with my friends. I want to hear that you Junghang is here first. Why do you always talk like because I want to just go and rotate my mind. She put the blanket on her face and he got up and then suddenly started studying. He picked up the call. I'm coming back. She moved right to my friend and looked at me. He cut the call. Who's B? Are you getting jealous? Of course not. Of course not. I'm asking because I'm your wife. She's just my friend. She gave him doubting stares and he just laughed and walked in. She lay down with a heavy heart. She was going through so much. Everyone told her she was a bad person, but she was not. She woke up and was sitting here. Junghang came and didn't even look at him. He walked towards and he didn't want to hear that again. Fine, tell me, do you really want to live with me? Yes, and don't you think that it's shameful to leave him for his brother? He's my husband. Around the other, Jungkook was laughing with his friends, and Yeri was also there, but they both were ignoring each other. Suddenly, one of his friends asked him about wine. So, Jungkook, why you didn't invite us to your wedding? He was about to send the wedding because he married his brother from city. Didn't even know that he turned away his friend. In the old guys and looked at him. And guys, he always wanted to be like, yes, we were nothing because you were a psycho. Now shut up. Yes, I married her, and now you are nothing now. So stop rubbishing stupid. Stop talking to me useless. He said, if you want to say one more thing, I will not hesitate. What do you want to then do? He closed it and walked out. He came back and entered the room. She was standing. He walked towards her and what happened if I say, I want to run? She frowned and the next day I talked with Daisy. She didn't even know what his daughter was doing that. I hate her. Why don't you understand? She wasn't letting me go. I was trapped. She will do that again. I just want to save you. Flashback, Daisy was sitting on the bed beside Junghang and his hand was tied. Open your mouth. She said softly. He was so pissed. He was in her room. Why are you even doing this? Because I love you. Don't even hurt you. Then why do you hate me so much? Because I don't love you. Let me go. You will never come back. I will come back. Just leave me. I know you won't come back. I want to marry you. I love you so much. She was wearing pink and was looking so pretty. He was also looking so fresh, but she wanted to go back. Dizzy wasn't a bad girl. She just wanted to be with him. Flashback ends. Mr. Joy. Her father is the biggest business. You also wanted to become. No, she's so obsessed. If she does anything, then tell me. But try to understand. He noticed that Jungkook was just staring at them or listening to them. Jungkook was feeling so fresh and happy. The young man looked at him and immediately turned. I guess he was too tired to look at him. He went in front of her and why are you not looking at me? Because I don't want to. She was about to go, but he grabbed her hand, pulled her towards him, he put his face in, and she smiled out of shyness. After 4 months later, Junghang was sitting beside Daisy and she was smiling like an idiot. She looked at him and smiled and his face was like this. He tried to light up his mood, but Daisy said straight, don't act like a kid. She sat back while tears formed in her eyes. Now why are you crying? I'm sorry. After touching got engaged to Daisy and everything was going well, but Jungkook was going back to his room but suddenly someone came and started at him. He turned his car towards the forest. One day later, everything was so worried in the mansion. His father was trying to find him. They just found his car in the forest. He was in the car. One was so worried and crying so much for him after a week. The cops declared that he might die in the forest. Everyone was in grief. Shiva was suffering so much. 2 months father believed that he really died. She was so heartbroken and living in grief. She fell in love with him and loved him so much he died. His parents were sitting at Junghang, one was sitting in front of them. I know this might hurt you, but I want you for the academy. But no, at first you forced me to engage with Dizzy. And now you're saying that I can't lazy now. I don't want to hurt her. I want to require my students up. I can't force me to do this. Now I can't leave my turf. And I am just friends. How can you say this? He died 2 months ago. I'm just worrying about mine. I'm okay, uncle. She came into a room and studied and didn't want to marry again, even though they were in a forced marriage, but she did. Couldn't forget him. He lived in her mind. She didn't want to marry anyone. The government also not trusted him and she didn't want to marry him, even though he was a crush with everything. She just the one person. That was her husband. 1 month further, man was laying beside her. She felt touched on her face. She opened her eyes and he was standing in front of her. She thought that she was dreaming, but she grabbed his hand. It was raining. She sat on Jungkook. I came back. He nodded and hugged him. It was not a dream. He really came back. He got lost in the forest and finally after came back after months. Someone helped him in his journey and that girl left after he came back to his wife and family. The girl became his partner and lived in the forest. In a time, she helped him and for forever. He hugged her tightly. Seeing answer is with Gigi. But just a few months ago, they got their happiness back and they were happy.